So, you think your resume is the first thing a recruiter sees? Well, think again. In today's world of remote work, your very first interview is often with a machine. Today, we're going to break down how to master the new rules of digital hiring, and most importantly, how to make sure you get past those new gatekeepers. The shift to remote work was absolutely massive, and it happened fast. A staggering 88% of organizations either mandated or encouraged their employees to work from home. And look, this isn't just some passing trend. It's a complete restructuring of how we work, and it's created a whole new set of challenges for everyone. And this shift, it created a huge problem for recruiters. I mean, think about it. How do you really gauge someone's personality, their communication style, or if they'll even vibe with your team's culture when you can't meet them face to face? They needed a new way to see the whole picture of a candidate, and they found it online. Okay, so this brings us to the recruiter's new playbook. To solve their problem, they've turned to a whole new set of tools and methods. And for you, the job seeker, that means you have to get past an entirely new kind of gatekeeper. That's right. Before a human being ever even lays eyes on your application, an algorithm is already busy scanning it. And it's not just looking at your resume, it's checking out your entire digital footprint to see if you're a match. Your first hurdle in the hiring process today isn't a person, it's a machine. And this machine has a name. It's called an applicant tracking system, or ATS for short. Basically, it's a powerful piece of AI software designed to do one thing really well: sift through that mountain of applications and automatically filter out anyone who doesn't look like a perfect fit on paper. It's the recruiter's first line of defense. So, how does this thing actually work? Well, first, the AI parses your resume and online profiles, pulling out keywords and structuring all your experience. Then, it matches that data against the perfect candidate profile for the job. And finally, it gives you a score and ranks you against every single other applicant. If your score is too low, you're out. A human will never even know you applied. But okay, let's say you make it past the AI. You're in the clear, right? Not so fast. The recruiter's first move isn't to pick up the phone and call you. No, it's to search for you online. Over 70% of employers admit to using social media to vet candidates. And for recruiters on platforms like LinkedIn, that number jumps to a whopping 90%. This isn't just something that happens sometimes, it's standard procedure. Which, of course, leads to the big question: what in the world are they looking for? And maybe more importantly, what are the digital red flags that can get you instantly disqualified before you even get a chance to make your case? Well, some of the biggest deal breakers are probably what you'd expect. Any kind of inappropriate content just screams poor judgment. Discriminatory comments, that's an immediate no-go. It's a legal and reputational nightmare. Even just complaining about an old boss or a past job suggests you're negative and lack discretion. And of course, if anything on your profile doesn't match your resume, that's a huge breach of trust right there. You know, the Harris poll had a fantastic rule of thumb for this. Just ask yourself, would I print this photo or this comment out and post it in my cubicle at the office? If the answer is no, then it probably shouldn't be on any of your public pages. It's really that simple. But just avoiding red flags is only half the battle. What about having no online presence at all? Well, turns out that's a huge risk too. Nearly half of employers, we're talking 47%, say they wouldn't even interview a candidate they can't find online. In today's world, being a ghost online can actually seem suspicious. It makes recruiters wonder if you have something to hide, or maybe that you just aren't that engaged in your own field. Okay, so we've laid out all the new challenges. It's time to switch from playing defense to playing offense. Let's get into the winning playbook for building a digital brand that doesn't just pass the screening, but actually impresses recruiters. Your professional brand needs a home, and you've got to be strategic about it. First, LinkedIn. This is your digital resume. It's pretty much non-negotiable. Then you've got a personal website or portfolio. This is your chance to take complete control of your story and show off your best work. And finally, using other professional social media lets you engage with your industry, share interesting content, and show you're passionate and in the know. All right, so just having a profile isn't quite enough. The next crucial step is using that profile to prove you have the soft skills that are so essential for remote work. This is all about making those intangible qualities, well, tangible. Recruiters are absolutely desperate to see proof of these skills. Can you manage your own time without a boss looking over your shoulder? Can you communicate clearly when you're not in the same room? Are you self-motivated enough to stay productive? These are the absolute non-negotiables for succeeding in a remote job.
And the single most important rule here is to show, not just tell. I mean, look, anybody can list time management as a skill on their profile. It's kind of meaningless. You need to give them concrete, quantified proof. Instead of just making a vague claim, give them a specific, metric-driven result. Now that is what gets a recruiter to stop scrolling.
And please remember, this is not a set it and forget it kind of thing. An outdated online profile is just as bad as an old, irrelevant resume. Managing your digital brand is now an ongoing professional skill. It's a continuous demonstration that you're proactive, you're engaged, and you're professional. So, how do you stay on top of it all? Well, it boils down to a really simple 3-step plan. First, audit. Every now and then, just Google yourself and see what comes up. Second, secure. Lock down your personal accounts with strong privacy settings. And third, monitor. Set up alerts for your names so you know when you're being mentioned online. Simple, but incredibly effective. Ultimately, this all comes down to one crucial point. In this new world of work, your online presence has evolved. It's not just a collection of profiles anymore. It is a living, breathing, strategic asset that is out there working for your career 24/7. So, think about it this way. Right now, this very second, whether you're managing it or not, your digital story is being told. The only question left is, are you the one writing it